self-help tool. And so are we all set? Should we begin?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, sure.
Great. Okay, Paul, over to you. We can start.
Thank you, Robin. Well, hi, I'm Paul. I'm part of the products team. I'll quickly walk you through our product Lexicon. I'll first share my screen so that you're able to see how this works. Just give me a moment.
I don't have a link to this.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was just checking it up. Like I'm sure you're able to see my screen at the moment, right?
I am.
Brilliant. So yeah, this is Lexicon. This is a self-help website, right? So this is a public knowledge base, and that depends on your institution if you want to make it public, or you can actually add a login, a user ID and password, for anyone else outside the institution to get access to. If you want them to, you can make it public. Otherwise, you can keep it within your institution. So, we've actually built this, self-help website to make sure we actually reduce the number of interactions that the institutions face. So how this works is that, so I'll give you a small example. So for example, if you're getting about 100 calls, just for password resets, and, you're paying, a certain amount for per interaction to your, service provider. So what happens is even if Lexicon, comes into the picture and actually resolves, let's take the lowest as possible, about 20 or 15. So this, in the end, would at least save you around 15, 20 interactions, in whatever timeline we actually consider it for, right? So the success of this product would actually lie on, how we advertise it. We need to make sure that, the student or the faculty member or whoever is the end user is actually aware of the fact that, they first need to visit this website in order to get their issue resolved. And then they can actually, call the help desk number if they're not able to resolve their queries themselves. So it's just how we actually put it true to them, right? And how we advertise it, how we publicize it, right? So I'll quickly walk you through, what are its features and how this works. So the page that you're seeing at the moment is for one of our clients, Quinn at Mercy University. We built this, for them. I'll quickly show you some other versions as well, at a later stage. But let me just explain you what is this all about. So this is the alert panel. And I'm sorry if I'm going too quick. If you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me and ask me any, right?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Brilliant. So, the left side column that you're seeing is, for the alerts. So if you think that there is some information that you need to pass on to the students or the faculty member, we will give you access to an admin panel, which I'll get to later. I'll show you that. A message that, the wireless network is down. It would take around 3 hours for it to get up and running again. This can also be done. And, this sign would also change to a hazard sign. And, that's completely customizable. So the version that you're seeing is specifically designed for Quinn at Mercy. And, we can actually match everything, that the text, the color schemes according to your institution's website. To make it, more better looking, right? To make it easier for your students to actually, access this website without thinking that, this is just a different link with some information. So we've tried to make it a responsive website and, make it easier for them to, pleasing to their eyes. So you can see we've added some high-level informations, or most commonly related issues like Blackboard issues, email problems. They use this Griffin link, and they use this Power Campus. So this is their SIS. So they have added these applications on the first page, and as I said before, this is customizable the way you want it. And, once we click on that, it'll take you to that page with all the KB articles, related to that issue or anything like that. So here you can see the knowledge-based articles. You can click on any of those articles. You'll get all the information or, any information you would need, right? And I'll quickly show you how the search engine works. So this is just like Google. So if you think that there's a password issue, we can write password, and it'll first of all give you a drop down with some information, and with the tagged KB articles, which are tagged with the word password. So how to reset my account password, how to reset password scanning with Konigam and Ultra printer. That's what they use. How to reset follow-up. So we can click on this link, and we can get to see step-by-step procedures, and we can add some images as well, to make it more pleasing to the eye for them, to make it more easier for them to understand. I'm sure not everyone is tech savvy and they would understand what all these links are. We can actually add some pictures as well. And the two buttons that you see, was this helpful? Yes or no? This is, for us and for you guys to actually understand if this is actually helping the students or not. And, if they click a no, we get to know, we can, if they want to tell us that, this is not helping us, and, or, you need to make some improvements to this KB article, they can actually write some comments down here, their name and email, which is mandatory, and they can post a comment which would come to us or you, and we can actually work on that together. To how to improve this and how to make sure that this is actually helping the end user, right? And we put an option for submit a ticket. So this is the most simplest form of raising a ticket here using Lexicon. So you just need to write your name, email, contact number, the problem. So this is also customizable. You can add or remove any if you want to, and then click on send. A ticket will be created in the ticketing system, right? And if they want to contact anyone, they can do that. So as this is based on a shared model, we are currently working with a lot of other institutions as well. So knowledge bases can be shared, but that would actually depend on you if you would like to share them with others or with the public. So we can do that as well. We can set up a password, if you don't wish to actually share this knowledge base with anyone. So for example, Unified, they use, there's this Office 365, which is working. They use Banner. So these are their applications specific to them. And, they've customized it in a more simpler manner with some smaller icons. And they've added some popular articles, and this can also be done on the other website, the one which I showed you for Gwinnett Mercy. They've got popular articles, some latest articles as well, which have been updated recently or which have been added to this, to this KB recently. And this is, as I said, depends upon your needs and requirements. So, and this is a different version for Lipscomb. They wanted us to actually relate it and work in tandem to their current website, their color scheme. So that's what they've chosen. And they are using Gmail at the moment, and these are their, alert headments, right? And they've kept it this way. So they've added this tab as well for quick FAQs. These are the frequently asked questions for a new student or for a new employee. So they made it easier for, the faculty member and the students as well altogether. And this is for Limestone. And they've added some bold and some black and white pictures. That's how they want it. A bit more simple. They've added this more solutions as well. We can add remove any if you want to, and they've added some contact informations as well. So everything that you're seeing at the moment is completely customizable, but this remains the same because that's what we want to do basically. So that's what we're looking for the students to come and search for the information they require and get a solution for that. And at the end of the day, what we're looking for is actually to reduce the number of interactions. That's our main goal. And the one that you're seeing at the moment is for Southeast Tech, and so this is also editable and customizable. So the other institutions have just written operational, but Southeast Tech people, they wanted some more information to be added as well, and we've added that as well. So, if it's down, we can write the email is currently down. It would take a couple of hours for it to get up and running. We can do that as well. So these are the applications they use, and so I can send you this, send you over this, pass on these links as well, so that you get to play around with this and see, what all articles are there, how this could help, and what are the step-by-step issues, that can be resolved using this, right? And this is our main website. So this is just for the Lexicon. And we can add a chat bot as well. We can integrate a chat as well, wherein, once you click on chat with an expert, this can be routed to your current help desk team, and they would be able to answer the queries, right? This can be transferred as well, right? And do you have any questions for me till now? And anything that you want to ask or anything you want to suggest?
When I looked at this originally, I thought that this was something that would send an alert to the technicians. Is
yes,
this just kind of basically going to be putting a call into the help desk type thing?
Okay. So if you want to notify, the technician, we can do the submit a ticket thing, right? We can integrate it, with your current, ticketing system. I'm not sure which ticketing system you're using, because we have integrated this with Salesforce at the moment, right? Which is our internal.
Yeah, it's Salesforce, Paul. It's Salesforce, the ticketing system, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So we can actually integrate this into your system, and this actually would eventually create a ticket. So if they are facing an issue, regarding a password reset, they can actually type in their name, email, contact number, and whatever information you would want to actually.
Web form.
This form.
So they can fill a web form and submit a ticket through this site as well. Is that what you're looking for? Is that what you want?
Well, that was something I was considering. I wasn't sure what it was. This is actually kind of a. I thought it was a little more of a notification than just putting a ticket into the help desk.
Right. So the couple of things to this. It's more like a multi-purpose site, right? So you can there are a lot of things you can do. You can make this a public, forum for your folks or your students to come in and and try to help themselves first before they can call in or even send a ticket or even throw in a chat. It is a platform that triggers all three modalities of support, which is like throwing in a ticket, a chat, or even or also I don't know if Paul has touched on this, alerts, but again, if they are planned or unplanned outages, you can put it up there. Your students, the idea is, where do you want to make this sit? For your end users, do you want this to sit in on the IT platform of your website, or do you want this to be there as a as a link on your student portal? A lot of schools are using this as a first point of say contact for students when they're trying to help themselves first. So it's usually on the IT help desk platform on the website. That's Now you can use this in whichever way you want to. At the end of the day, we can also make sure that nobody outside of your school has access to the public knowledge base, right? That authentication mechanism is also available with Lexicon, where you can you can have your students access the KBs by entering their their password or their username and password, and only accessing what who you want should access these knowledge base articles.
Now, is this in the cloud, or is this on actually on a local server?
It's on a local server. Yeah.
All right.
It's on a local server hosted. Right. So, yeah, we will take full control of maintaining and supporting you on this. Of course, Paul mentioned that you will have admin access to the knowledge base articles. You can tweak it. You can have one admin who's maintaining the knowledge base articles. If anything needs to be tweaked or updated, you'll have access to that. You can also update the alerts. If any of your mission critical application goes down, you can go ahead and put it up there instead of contacting us. So there's no dependency on us. So we can maintain it and support it for you, but you can just run this the way you want it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can white label it, you can customize it, put your logo up there, and of course we will have our designer work through this for you. Any edits that you need, you can let us know, and we'll basically make it, we'll customize it to suit your requirement. We have close to 15 schools who are using this. This is of course the upgraded version, right? The schools who are using it are the ones who've been working with us for a while now. Of course, we've also upgraded some of our schools from the previous version. So of course, this version has a lot. We sort of copied the Apple support side when we made this knowledge-based self-service help site, as we call it, right?
Okay.
Now the good thing is that you're on Salesforce, so this works in tandem with Salesforce. So there's also a mechanism where a ticket, if there's an outage ticket that's created, it'll automatically update the Insta alerts on Lexicon too. So there's a mechanism there. There's also Paul touched on about throwing a ticket through Salesforce into from this page, so that can also be done. So then we can also put a chat there. So if somebody wants to get their password reset, they can just throw in a chat as well.
Okay, that was kind of what I wanted to know. I wasn't quite sure what I was saying,
Okay.
so I wanted to see more about it.
Cool. From pricing standpoint, honestly, this is I don't know if Robin has spoken to you about the pricing, but I can give you.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
No, I have not shared any pricing. I just wanted Jackie to, first go through the product,
Right.
see if it is, fitting a purpose, and then we can take up the pricing.
If this is, to be honest with you, there's some other people that want to take a look at it, but I think the software that we we're moving from one to the other. I think the software we're moving to will do most of this anyhow, to be honest.
Okay.
So I'm not 100% sure,
Sure.
to get further into that process.
Yeah, no problem. Just so you know, because you remember now you're an existing client, of course we will, we will not sell it to you at the same price that we sell it to, I know a few months ago you were a net new client, so now of course you're a client now. So if you want to if you want to go down this road and leverage Lexicon, you can let us know. We'll give it to you at the client or the member price, which is almost 50% less from what the other people are paying for. So if it's a $5,000 product, you'll get for $2,500.
Okay.
And just to add to what Vincent said, we can, just for you to, check this product and suit this, if it suits your purpose or not, you can run it for 30, 40 days as a trial, just to get the feel of the product, whether it's, meeting all the requirements as we are mentioning out here. So you can do that as well. And, as said, pricing is not an issue. You are an existing client and we value your relationship. We want to take this engagement to the next level for sure. So, price is of no consideration here. We first want you to use the product, see whether it's fit for your purpose or not, and then we'll talk about the pricing.
All right.
Yeah. And Jackie, at the end of the day, I think the service, the purpose that this product is service is providing is, to reduce your interactions and to be able to have your, end user community reach out and help themselves at any given point. So if you see the need for that, if you see that, your students and faculty would benefit from having this, on your website somewhere, and they can go ahead and reset their own passwords by just looking at, like, a lot of people. Nobody really wants to spend 15 minutes going through a whole knowledge base article and trying to help themselves first, right? But a lot of people want to just pick up the phone and call. So you got to look at things like that and see if this can be useful. A lot of clients come back to us and say, hey, this is not going to work for students. They just want to, they just want to get instant help. Nobody wants to go and try to help themselves first by reading through articles. And we understand that as well. But at the end of the day, like Paul said, it reduces about 10 to 15% of, your overall interaction. So you can take a look at that, right?
All right.
Okay, cool.
Just to add to what Vincent was saying, that we can work on reducing the number of interactions, right? So what we can do is you can actually use, as you're using us for after hours, during the normal working hours when your team handles the issues, they can actually refer to this knowledge base article, so that they're able to resolve their issues over the phone as well. Right, this can work for them as well, for your current help desk, associates, right? So this can be used that way as well, and this can be used by your end users, that's your students or your faculty members by themselves. And if you think that they won't do it themselves, they're anyways calling you, you can use this website, for your team as well, for your current help desk team as well.
All right.
So this kind of multi-purpose. You can use it. Your team can also use it, and we can also use it. Just to pull out all the information that we need. It's just one-stop shop for all the information that we've got. Regarding your institution, we can feed in all the details. We can customize it the way you want it, as I was saying earlier. So yeah, this has a lot of other users as well. Just just not being a normal website, right? So we've tried to make it user-friendly. As I said, you can submit a ticket. You can, we've integrated it with Salesforce. So this, I'm sure, would work. I would just suggest you to, have a look at that. You can use it for about 30 days. You can see if this is working for your institution, and then, then you can make a call, right?
Right.
And yeah, I'll quickly show you the alert admin panel, wherein you can manage the alerts as well. So I'm not taking much time. I'll show that to you quickly. Yeah, so this is for CCCS. This is one of our clients, and we built this. So this is a demo environment, and this is where you actually add or remove the applications. So the applications would be the ones which I showed you here. Like they're using Banner. This is their MyLipscomb, your email, Gmail, or Office, Genzabar email. So these are the alerts and the applications that an institution uses. So this is where we can actually add or remove any applications you would want. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you would have like these options. You can make any changes if you want to. You can do that. You can change the logo. You can change the icons, or you can let us know. We can do that for you, or you can suggest a picture that you will want us to use, and we can do that, right? And here is where we manage the alerts to notify the end users. By end users, I mean the students or the faculty members or your help desk team, in that sense. To make changes, or this actually contains all the information. If you would want to notify the end user that there's an issue with this application, it would be up in in whatever time it would take to get it up and running. So if you want to create a new alert, we can actually add that as well, right? We can create the alerts from here. We can select the application, and then we can set the alert name, and we can write the description as well, right? And the next option that you see is manage the institution, right? And you can click on that, and you can see that these are the institutions. So if you've got multiple institutions, you can actually make changes to that as well. So if you've got multiple buildings and institutions as well. And this is where you edit the message template, right? And this is where we actually add the message that we need to show up to the end user. So for example, for D2L, you can write whatever message you want to. So this is what they've suggested us to use, and we are using this, right? And yeah, this is more or less the admin panel. I'll quickly show you the knowledge base, wherein you can edit the knowledge base articles as well. right? And this is where we do it. So if you think that that knowledge base article is is not is not working, or if you're getting many dislikes or something, you can actually make changes, and you can add some tags. You can select these categories that it should appear in this. You can click on that. You can write the description. You can write the article here, and you can upload it, and that would be done. You can add the tags as well. Like for example, like I showed you for password. Once you type password, you'll get a list of articles, tagged to that word. So this is where we add the tags as well. So yeah, that's the basic overview of both these panels, which you would get access to, right? And yeah, this is where you actually make all the changes, which would be reflected, on your main page or your Lexicon product. So yeah, that's the high level of this product. So do you have any questions for me?
I don't, Laura.
No, I think you've covered it well. Thank you.
Okay, I hope that was a good use of your time. Robin is going to be in touch. She'll follow up. Like you said, Jackie, if there's a need, let us know. And, we usually take about 7 days to implement this. And, yeah, and you can take advantage of the 50% discount that we have. And, of course, like we said earlier, pricing is not a factor. We can always work that out with you, your existing client. I was looking at some of your numbers. I know you went live in September, and your usage has been you used about 50 to 60 interactions so far. Seems like you've contracted with us for after hours 500 interactions. Seems like you are on track to sort of consume those 500 in the next cycle. So of course, from that standpoint, there's no urgency really, right? So if you were consuming like almost twice of what you're consuming right now, then I could have I could have come back to you and said, hey, you might need to do something to control your interactions, but your usage in after hours isn't that great. But of course, you can use this for your business hours as well, depending on how many face-to-face interactions you have, and how many emails you have, and and so on. So if you want to reduce your overall interactions, then of course you can do that, keeping in mind that it'll also help you reduce your business hours interaction, because we're only doing after hours for you, right, Jackie?
Okay.
Cool. That's it. I think that is pretty much what we had for you today. And in case you don't have any more questions, we can call this a wrap. Robin will be in touch with you, and we look forward to the next steps from you.
All right.
Right.
Perfect then.
Right.
Thank you so much, Jackie and Laura, for your time today. I hope we were able to showcase our product to the satisfaction wherein it can meet your purpose. But anyways, in case you need any further clarifications, we are there to help you out. And Paul, I guess we have recorded the complete session so that it can be shared. Okay, great. So that's it from our side. Thank you so much, Jackie and Laura, for your time today. It was great having you here, and have a wonderful week ahead.
Okay. You too.
You too. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.